Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the How to Play Against Low Rating Players series. So I found the new setup. Gingerbread Man Stratego recommended to use this new noob killer setup. So I am going to try it. It's going to be in the next few of my videos, maybe more depending on how I like it. And yeah, it's nice because it doesn't like leave hanging kernels and stuff, which are like problems I was having before with my other setup. So yeah, we're gonna be against Dracula here. So yeah, let's get into this game. So he's advancing with that piece. It's probably either a scout or a captain, judging by how aggressive. So yeah, looks like it's a captain. So yeah, I'm gonna just take it with my major because it's like it's not that much info to give for a captain. Exchange scouts there. I mean, I'm probably gonna scout that if he gives me the chance. No, he's not. Okay. So yeah, I go in the diagonal there for 2 square. Now that thing I think could be something good. So I go up, so then he can go down, and then I can go right and scout it because he can't really escape being scouted now. Okay, so yeah, looks like he's gonna let me. So I'm just gonna see what that is. So that's a kernel. So that's very good info for a scout. Goes down. So I could go up, but I'm gonna go down so then I don't get trapped. And here I'm kind of making the gen obvious, but it can also be the marshal, and he doesn't know what it is. So I guess that's a plus. So he's bringing down some other piece that's it's pretty obvious. It's like some sort of junk piece. Could be a miner, could be like some scours, some sort, or it could be the marshal, but I don't think it is. Scout a sergeant there. That's pretty unfortunate. It's like the worst thing to scout. It's coming down with that thing. Yeah. So again, I don't think that's a good piece whatsoever. The thing behind the colonel, it could be the marshal. I don't think so, but it could be. So that thing's coming down. So you can see I go up with a major to block it. If it's the marshal, then it takes the major with this colonel, then that would be unfortunate. But I doubt it is the marshal. So yeah, it's nice. It's just a lieutenant. So we get a lieutenant. It's always nice. So we get that back. So now we have another piece coming down. That thing's probably a miner coming to defuse the bomb, even though it'll like provide like nothing. So we find a bomb there with the scout. That's good info. That side could be bombed off. So I'm gonna do the exact same things as I did last time. Probably a miner, but that's totally fine. Yeah, I could have held, but whatever. It's only the info of a sergeant. I'm totally fine with that. So, not entirely sure why you brought a miner down because like the yeah, it's gonna have a sergeant behind it. Like that's pretty obvious because it's like that's just where sergeants normally are. So I'm guessing that that's the marshal, but I'm just like gonna hope that he thinks that my general could be the spy. Okay, yeah, yes, it looks like so. Here I was thinking about what to do, but so I came to the conclusion that I should attack up with a major, and so we define the martial law. I wanted to confirm that. So that's because if I just held, he would just take it with the colonel, that I wouldn't get any info. I was pretty sure that that was the marshal, but I wanted to confirm it first. So yeah, so my position here is totally fine. This guy can't get very much, so he finds my gen. That was inevitable at this point. So yeah, I could never enter that because I would have just lost whatever piece I moved out to prevent it from being scouted. So here, so that was kind of, in my opinion, that wasn't a very good move with the marshal because now I can just move the gen down. I can pin his marshal. I mean, well, pin his colonel and kind of pin his marshal as well. Because if he moves it, then I can move it then right and get him to lotto. So I'm pretty sure that's his gen because I think he realized that my gen's causing him problems, and he probably wants to exchange. Yeah, so it could be some sort of bluff piece. So looks like the left is not bombed off. I thought it was, but guess it's not. So I'm gonna go up in there, trying to like get him to exchange. My captain there is known. Yes, that's definitely the gen. I probably should have. I don't know. I shouldn't hit it. But he probably should have left because um, yeah. So he trades there. That's interesting because hitting left would have been the better option because that sergeant is known and people don't typically have marshals like in general on the same side. So if I were him, I would have hit that. I would have hit that sergeant. So Scott's my colonel there. That was honestly by me. It wasn't a very good play to move that out there. I should have just held it. But now my colonel's doing the job that my gen was, just not as effectively. So he forks me there. I'm obviously gonna go right. See what he does. Okay, takes sergeant. So that was, in my opinion, that wasn't a very good move because the spy it was right next to my general. I was perfectly fine leaving my general there because it was guarded by the spy. So yeah, that move it wasn't very good. That was a pretty obvious spy. So yeah, I'm gonna trade colonels before my colonel can like get taken somehow. But I'm definitely by no means like I haven't won this game. This guy's still totally in this game. Because if we exchange colonels, then in the end game, like it's still somewhat even. So yeah, scout that. It's a bomb, so we know two of this guy's bombs. The left side might be bombed off, so that could be like four bombs, but not sure. Probably there's also a bomb on the right, that like lone piece on the right. So yeah, I think my biggest advantage right now is that my marshal isn't known. But here I move it over to protect the spy. I shouldn't have done that because the spy is really obvious. But I was probably worried about a Colonel Auto, and that's completely justified. So yeah, now my marshal's pretty obvious. But then again, it could be my Colonel. So yeah, that was just not a good move on my end. Takes it with a sergeant. Um, I should be taking because the marshals are really obvious. So for some reason, I don't want to exchange or not exchange. Sorry, I don't want to give him info on my marshal, even though it's already super obvious. But then again, my spy was really obvious, and he didn't suspect it whatsoever. That thing coming down. Um, I probably should go right with the lieutenant, and yeah, I do. Because I can threaten that sergeant, and that lieutenant of mine is known. Um, so yeah, he's gonna move it back. That's pretty obvious. I think here like thinks for a really long time. Yeah, and I'm not entirely sure, but I probably had to like go to the bathroom or something. But yeah, at this point in the game, so we're up a marshal, down a major, up a captain, down a sergeant, up a minor, um, down a spy. It doesn't really matter because well, actually, it kind of does. So at this point, I'm taking the pieces diagonal to my marshal. It could be the spy, or it could be like a colonel, or it could be just some junk. I honestly have no idea what it. I doubt it's a colonel because you wouldn't have marshal general and both colonels on the same side. I mean, you might because this guy did have marshal general on the same side. So I guess it's possible. So at this point, the game is it's relatively even, but I think I do definitely have the upper hand. And if I get a spy, then it's basically GG. And if I can board read the spy, then it'll also be like very good. It'll be like in a very good spot for me. So it's interesting his board though because like he has like an entire block of pieces that haven't moved. Then on that blitzing side on the right, like everything has moved. Looks like he moves in between there. I should take with the marshal. I don't know what I was thinking. Yeah, I should have taken that with the marshal because it's already really obvious. So bring the captain out, see if I can get the sergeant. And I'm probably gonna act like a minor, so then he like hits me with the sergeant. And that's always what you want to do. Like if you're bluffing, then If you're not bluffing and you want your opponent to think you're bluffing, then you can move up because you typically like move left and right. That if you move up, they might think you're trying to like escape, and then they might hit you because they might think it's a bluff. Yeah, I move up on the sergeant, and then I can just keep facing him because it's totally fine for me. And he just moves right next to it, so I'll just take that. So that's completely fine info for a sergeant. So at this point, the worrying thing is that one, I don't know where his colonel is, and two, he has all three majors. So I do have like an idea of where I think the spy could be. It's probably next to that center bomb. And reason being because I'm pretty sure it was either next to or like diagonal to where the general spawned, and it hasn't moved. Obviously, spies tend to act like bombs, and so yeah, so yeah. At this point in the game, that's right. That's where I think the spy is. Again, I'm not sure at all. So it looks like he's gonna exchange scouts for me. I think I was thinking about firing a scout at that piece. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that that's the spy. I could run a miner up, but that's kind of revealing a lot about my setup. My scout is like on the wrong side of the board. So here I'm trying to get that lieutenant in the center. So and that'll put me in a very good position in this game because then I can just like pin his major as like in the end game I can pin that major he's up with the marshal that I'm up, and then I'll be up a captain, and then I'll be up a lieutenant once I trap this one with my colonel and captain. So he's just gonna hit me, okay? So now that colonel's known, I'm getting it for the info of a lieutenant. Sorry, taking lieutenant or technically getting hit, but yeah, yeah, that for the info of a colonel is totally fine for me. So looks like he's trying to like do some minor colonel and getting my flag something. That piece could be a colonel, it could be a minor. Okay, so it looks like he's gonna move down, which is pretty like, expected. So yeah, I'm obviously gonna move down on that. Probably a minor. Oh my goodness, what in the world? That's not a very good move. I think he forgot which one was my colonel, because that's a sergeant. And that sergeant, it wasn't known, but my colonel was known, and he could use process of elimination. Maybe he thought it was my marshal. I don't know. But yeah, that's a very strange play. So because of that what my opponent did, I I I now I have this game in the bag because the spy is relatively obvious based on like well it's relatively board readable, and I'm no longer down to majors. I'm up a marshal, up a captain, up a lieutenant, up a minor. So yeah, this game as long as I don't like messing anything up, as long as I just exchange colonels, exchange majors, exchange like everything. Okay, yeah, that's the piece I thought I was a spy. Yep. So I think that piece of the spy. It might not be though. Yeah, it definitely is. So I don't know why I moved it like behind the colonel because that colonel was my colonel was known. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the spy because it's like if it was defending the colonel. So now I'm just gonna bring up a major because that is equivalent to my opponent's highest piece. So I got a minor that's the second minor. That's very nice. Attack that with a okay. That's interesting. I would not have done that if I were my opponent because my marshal is really obvious. So my opponent. So I think their flaw they can't like when I have a piece that's like it's not revealed but it's obvious. My opponent tends to not like read it and like make a educated guess on like what it could be. Like that's my marshal and my spy. They are both relatively obvious, but my opponent didn't suspect them as like what they actually were. So I'm pretty sure over where the spy is. It was where I thought it would be. It's two squares in front of my marshal. But of course it did spawn where I suspected it to be. So yeah, this game's basically over. I will say that this guy does not surrender even when he's down by quite a lot of material. So I think here he finally realizes that like this game's not gonna go his way. I'm pretty sure the thing in front of my marshal's the spy, but you never want to take chances. You always want to play it safe because you could be wrong and you could lose the marshal, and then it could be a slightly harder game. I don't know why he did that. That was just I don't understand. I don't understand that move. So I'm gonna take a free piece with a known marshal and not I can trap the other thing, whatever it is. Then I'll just be up so much that my opponent won't really be able to recover. And yeah, he surrenders there. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this game. If you enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video.